Hi everyone, welcome back to Salesforce Reports series. So in this session, we are going to see how summary formula fields work in Salesforce Reports. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. So in the reports, you would have seen that whenever we are creating a report, it already kind of aggregates the data for us, right? It gives us the total, grand total, and subtotals, right? Along with even the row counts, right? So why do we need summary formula fields? So let's say if you've already done these calculations, you already have all these values available, but let's say if there are still some calculations that you need to do on the fly, right? So what would you do in such cases? It's not that you will go to the object and you will create another, you will start creating formula fields on the object, right? So rather than doing that, you can simply create summary formula fields in the report itself, right? The only requirement for this is that you need to have some kind of groupings on your table, right? That is why it is called summary formula field. All right, so I have this report which is on opportunities, and I have grouped the opportunities based on opportunity name, right? And these are the some other information that are available. So if you want to create a summary formula field, then you can get that option from here. If you click on this arrow, you will get this option of add summary formula. I'm not quite sure, but I think there are around six summary formula fields that you can create on a report. The number might be less or high, but what I remember is six. But let's just go ahead and try creating a simple summary formula field for this report. Okay, so let's just first check the data on this. So most of them have like single, but let's say this one, right? So for also let me include the account name. Okay, so account name, and let me remove the group from here, remove group, and I will group this report by account name. Okay, all right, now I also need to include the opportunity name. Opportunity name, and I am going to keep it just after the account name. Let me refresh and see what it is displaying. Opportunity name is all right. All right, okay. So here we have account name, then opportunity name and opportunity details. So here there is just one opportunity on this account, there is just one opportunity on this account, but there are four opportunities on this account, right? So now the data is ready. Let's just go ahead and get started. So let's say I want to find the average opportunity amount, okay? So average opportunity amount, let's say in this case, okay? So on this account, there are four opportunities. And so there are four different amounts on all the respective opportunities, right? But I want to find the average amount of the opportunities associated to account. So how you actually calculate the average? You add everything and then divide it by the number of occurrences, right? The number of records, right? So in this case, we need a formula where we will sum up all the opportunity amounts and divide by record count, right? So that it will see the amounts. It will, if there are multiple opportunities like this, it is going to add all the amounts, then it will divide it by the number of records. Okay, so that is nothing but that would be the average opportunity amount, and that is what we are going ahead and trying to create with the help of summary formula fields. So here let's just go ahead and let it name it as average opportunity amount, and give it as number. So first of all, I need to do the summation of opportunity amounts, right? So let's just find out the amount field, amount, and from here you can choose what function you want to choose. So I want to do the summation of all the amount, insert, okay? And then after the sum, I want to divide it by the number of records, right? So for that, we already have something called record count, right? So record count, insert, and let's just validate and check. Yes, it is validated. Apply and refresh. All right, here. So let's just start with this one, okay? So this particular account had only one opportunity, okay? So there was nothing really to find the average about, right? I mean, this is the total amount and divide by one, right? Because there's just one record. So it will come as like, the same value. The same thing is happening with this one. But if you see this one, right? If you calculate, if you sum all these opportunity amounts and if you divide it by 4, then you will get 55,000. So you are getting the average of all these opportunity over here, okay, average amount. And similarly it is happening for this, and the same cases for this one. There is no, like, there's just one opportunity, and here also it is calculating the average, and this one is the total. So it is calculating everything and then dividing by number of opportunities, which is nothing but record count, okay. So this is a simple formula field. Let me show you few more. So let's say if I want to find the highest opportunity amount, okay, so let's say in this one, right? Again, let's just take the same example. So 75,000, 50,000, 60,000, and 35,000. So if I want to create a formula that should tell me that which one is the highest amount, okay? So I should be able to do so. So let's just go ahead and create another summary formula, okay? So highest opportunity amount, okay? And here again I need to search for amount, and here instead of sum there is a function called max, okay, and that's it. It should be able to give you the maximum, the highest opportunity amount. Let's apply this and refresh this. So I'm going to remove this one, okay. So highest opportunity amount. Again, here there was just one opportunity. So it is showing the same amount. Here also same amount. Here, if you see, right? So out of all these four values, 75,000 is the greatest, right? So that is the highest opportunity amount. And this is what it is showing. Similarly, same case with this one. And then this one, right? There was just one opportunity. Here, if you see, 9,000, like, 91,500, right? 9,15,000. And that is the highest amount out of all of these, okay? So that is what it is showing. And even if you compare all the opportunities, this one is still the highest amount, right? So that is what it is showing you, okay? So this is like a very simple one, but you might still need these kind of formulas, right? So rather than creating a field on the object, it's better to just create the summary formulas, okay. So let's just check some, like, few more. I don't have much, like, theoretical agendas for this one, so I'm just showing you different examples. Maybe, like, if you understand the basics of, like, how to create it, maybe you can practice some more, but I'll just show you like 3 to 4 examples, and I think you should be good to get started, okay. So let's just go and create one more, okay. So what else do we have? Stage, right? So if you see, closed one, prospecting, and then these are the different stages of these opportunities, right? So let's say if I want to, so for every account, let's say if I want to find out that how many opportunities are won, okay. So let's say, for example, this one, Edge Communications, there are 4 opportunities, and these 3 are closed and won. That means these 3 are already won, right? So the formula that I'm going to create, it should give me the count as 3 for this particular block here, okay, because there are 3 opportunities which is won, okay. And even for this, it should give me the count as 1 because there is just one opportunity, but it is closed one. For this one, it should show me as 0, okay. For this one, it should show me as 3. For this one, 0. For this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, okay. So let's just go ahead and create another summary formula. Let's name it as won ops, okay. And so here we have a field called won, okay. So that is what we can search. So won. And what do we want to do? We want to sum, right? We want to count, right? All the won opportunities. So that is why we are going to choose it as sum. Okay. And validate it and apply. So here, okay. So this is already closed one. So it is showing us as 1. This one is still qualification, so 0. This one is showing as 3, 1 to 3. This one is also 1 to 3. And then this is 0. And this one is 5, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in total, there are 12 opportunities that are already won, okay. So this was like another formula that you can actually use. Okay, now there's another common thing that you can say, like for example, like applying discounts. Okay, so what will you do when you want to apply discounts? Let's say that I just want to apply 10% discount on all these opportunities. Okay, so let me just show you. So 10% discount. Okay, and 10% discount, and here how do you calculate the discount, right? Based, we need the amount field, right? So amount, okay, summation of amount, which is good. And then I am applying 10% discount, right? So 0.1, and that's it. Let's apply and refresh here. Okay, this was the amount, and if you apply 10% discount on this one, so this is the discount value that you'll get. And 10% discount on this one, this is the discount value. This is the discount value for these. Okay, if you sum all the opportunities and you apply 10% discount, this is what you will get. So these were like the simple formulas. There's one more thing that we can actually discuss. So let's just go ahead and change the structure of the opportunity a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to remove the account name first. So let me remove this, remove group. Okay, all right, so I have opportunity name, amount, probability, stage, and close date. Okay, so you know what, let's just group it by close date, group rows by this field. Okay, so this is my first grouping. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to group the rows by one more field. Okay, let's just group it by stage. So group rows by this field, and let's see how the data comes up. Okay, so here if you see, so this, for this particular close date, these many opportunities are there, right? And out of all those opportunities, there is one which is under prospecting, one under qualification, one under value proposition, two for decision makers, right? So these are the opportunities that are available and they have the same close date. Okay, but then we have done the grouping based on stage as well. Okay, now let's just say I just have one closed date, right, on all the opportunities. So that is why it is just showing one, which is okay. That's, I mean, doesn't matter, because what I'm going to explain you will understand that, like, even with this data. So that's fine. So let's say that let's say I want to show the percentage of the total amount to each and every opportunity based on their stage. Okay, so for example, let's say this one. Okay, decision makers, there are two opportunities. Okay, so I want to calculate the percentage of these amounts of these opportunities in comparison to the total amount of the opportunities in this whole report. Okay, so is it calculating the total here? Let me save and run. It's okay. Let's just leave it. Just imagine that you know the total amount of all these. Okay, so whatever it is, summarize some. Let me see if it comes. Here it is. Okay, so this is the total amount, right? It is counting everything from the top. Okay, so so coming back to the requirement, what I want to do is, in the formula field, I want to find out the percentage of this amount in comparison to the total amount of the opportunities. Okay. Now, how am I going to do it is the question. So let's just go ahead and create the summary formula field. Here, let's just type percent of total ops per stage. Okay. And here it should be percent now, right? Because we are calculating the percent. Now let's go back to, not go back, let's just go here. And the first thing that I need is I need the sum of the amount. Okay. So amount, and let's just insert the sum. Okay. Divided by, okay. Now there's a function called parent group val. Okay. Because if you see here, right, the first grouping that I've done is based on the close date, right? And then after that we have grouped it by stage, right? So there is a function called parent group val. That means it is going to check the values in the group. Okay. So let me first go ahead and check that function. Okay. Parent group val. And if you see, right, calculates the value of a summary field for a specified grouping level higher than the formula display level. Okay. So now here we need to mention the summary field and the grouping level. Okay. So what is the summary field? We are going to summarize based on the amount, right? So this one, I'm going back and choosing the amount and sum and insert it here. Now the grouping level is what? Close date, right? So that is the grouping level that we have, right? Close date, and so close date and insert this. Okay. We are not doing any kind of other, like, summation, max, min, or uniqueness, any kind of operation on this over here. Okay. This is a function which always requires two values. Okay. So we are going to do the compare, like, I mean, we need the amount and we also need the grouping level here. All right. So grouping context. Okay. So specific group, and I want this to be executed based on stage, right? That's what we discussed, right? That if there's one opportunity. So in the previous report, I don't want to close it right now, but there were two opportunities in the stage decision makers, right? So what will happen in that case? It should it should add the amount of both the opportunities, and then it should find out the percentage against the total, right? So that is what, okay? That is why that is what you have to select here, like based on, like, what your formula is will be applied to. Okay. So apply, and let's just see percentage of total ops per stage. Okay. So now let's just, so here what is the I think this is 4.1 million or what. Yeah. So this is the total amount, right? So if you see this one, right, there's only one opportunity in prospecting. So this amount is 2.42% in comparison to this amount. Okay. Like 2.42 of this amount. This amount is 2.42% of this amount. Okay. Similarly, and not just this is just one opportunity, right? Let's just find something where so basically, if you remember, right, the second option that we chose, right, that the formula that we have written, based on what it should be calculating, based on stage. Okay. So here, if you see, in this one, there are decision makers and two opportunities. Okay. So it will calculate both of them and then run a comparison, then run the formula. Okay. So it will be 1.21%, in comparison to the total. Okay. So the formula that we wrote, right, let's just think about it again, right? Total amount, we are summing up all the, total amount. And then parent group val. What is the parent group val? Parent group val is nothing but this, right? This is the parent grouping that I have. This is the first field that I have grouped the report by. Okay, so this is nothing but your parent group. Okay, so parent group val function, you have to pass two arguments. The first argument would be that what do you want to do, like, what, like, based on, so in this case I wanted to take the sum of the amounts, right? So the first parameter was to give the field name. So I gave the field name as amount, and I also specified that I want to sum it up. Okay, so we chose that parent group val function. I'm gonna open that up again, but let's just try to understand it here. Okay, so I chose that function parent group val. I selected the first argument as the field that I want to, like, target, amount, sum, and then based on this grouping, right? Close date. This is my parent group. Okay, and once that is done, in the display field you need to choose that where you want to apply that formula to. So based on stage, so that is why I had selected stage. Okay, let's just go here, and if you edit and see this amount, sum, parent group val, and what is the parent grouping here, that it was a close date, right? And then what do we want to take? We want to take the sum of the amount. Okay, total divided by this. But here in the display, we need to mention that where do you want to run it, right? Based on what? So stage, based on stage grouping. Okay, so that is what you need to choose here. I know this is not, it doesn't sound very easy to understand, but you know what, also it's not that you will always require this level of formula. Okay, let me show you something. So let's say if I create a chart. Okay, I want to show you something. Let me remove this. Okay, and I want to show you something. Remove it, and let me refresh it again. And here, let's just say this one. Let me take this one. No, hold on. Close date, sum of amount. Yep. Stage. Update preview automatically. Okay. This is showing us in percentage, right? 100% of 100K of for prospecting. Okay. Here, if you see 100%, 100%, I think this is showing us. One second. Let's just check what do we get in. So these are the stages, and we actually need to check for, so stock by close date. What if I stock it by stage? Okay. So now here you can see, right? See the value in the sum of amount. Okay. So it shows 73.85% of 4.1 million. Okay. For that particular date, right? This is showing for the total because the close date is 25/8, right? And all the opportunities have the same close date. Correct? But let's say if I want to see, for example, this one, which is value proposition, right? So the percentage is 6.05, 6.05% of 4.1 million. Okay. So basically the formula field that you had created, right? When the moment you are creating a stacked chart, right? It doesn't need the formula. It is anyway telling you, like, how, what is the purpose, like, what is the percentage of all the opportunity amount in a stage is as compared to the total. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you, that do not, if you don't understand that formula, it's okay, practice more, but it's not that, like, it's very uh, that if you don't know how to, like, create that formula, there's no way that you can calculate it. No, you can still, like, get it done by using the chart, because chart will exactly show you what you are doing over there. Okay, so, but this is just one of the examples. There is, like, so much and so many other scenarios that you can practice if you really want to, like, reach to that expertise level of reporting. But I would say that, like, at least get the basic idea, so that whenever you are actually working on any requirement and when you get stuck, right? So even when you are Googling the solution, you should be smart enough to understand that, okay, what are the basic concepts and what exactly you need to search for, right? If it is just a matter of syntax or one or two aspects, then you can easily understand. But it should not be the case that you have no idea at all that what is it and how to create it. Okay, so I think this much is enough in order to understand that how you can create simple formulas using the summary formula, right? For example, how to calculate average, how to calculate all the won opportunities, or how to calculate the how to find out the highest or the lowest salary or opportunity amount, or expected revenue, things like that, how to calculate the ratio or percentage, correct? So and then how to apply discount and stuff. So these are the basic stuff that you should be knowing about the summary formula field. All right, so I hope that this session did help you, at least even if 10%, then it's good enough, trust me. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.